little child of the earth. Yeah, know your worth. And sometimes just know you gotta come first. You need pretty girls, nice life problems. Where you trying to go? I'ma solve them. Yo.
What's up, Ivy gang? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Ivy Milarz, and I'm back again with another video. 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 Today's video, I am here with
Sam Sakala,
aka
Dope G,
aka
we could go on forever with that.
we could go on and on, but I'm here with Sam Sakala. If you guys do not know Sam Sakala, he is an artist and a part-time actor. Is that a good way of saying it?
Right now I'm full-time, to be honest. But
well, right now it's a full-time, but like...
Yeah, but let's just say I'm an artist.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're an artist.
Yes.
And you're just acting.
So acting is not an art enough?
It is art.
No, I'm playing.
It is art. It's a whole new
Yeah.
art on its own. I really appreciate you for coming through today, and this is very spontaneous, guys, but we're getting it done. So make sure you subscribe, like this video, comment down below, and yeah, let's get into this video. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about tips and tricks of becoming an actor in Zambia. I'm sure we've found, a bunch of videos online about acting and stuff like that, but no one really gets into the Zambian actors. So we're just gonna get into a few tips that if you are an upcoming actor or actress, you can pick up a few things from this video. So what do you think would be the first tip?
Okay, so first of all, I think I need to mention that my experience is slightly different because I started off in music.
Yes.
And I do believe the reasons that I have been picked haven't solely just been because of my ability to do the job. It's also what I'm bringing to the table, which is numbers basically,
Yes.
which I have gotten from my music. But as I have interacted with people who've been in the game for a really long time, some people have been acting since school,
Yeah.
I think that the respect that I have for it has really changed, So first of all, we just need to recognize that it's a real art form.
It is.
And people actually go and get degrees for it. So for us to
True.
just think, nah, just because you can, I don't know, recite a few lines, then that's it. No, I think that if you can get training, if you can get someone who knows what they're doing, probably someone who's done school for it and who can guide you in it,
Yes.
go for it, please.
Okay.
Go for it. But if not, okay?
That's where we are. If
The
not,
if not.
how do you teach or get tips from it?
We're in the information age, so this is your best friend, your
True.
smartphone. So what you can do is do your research, get on YouTube, I don't know, follow some people on different social media platforms, just see what tips they're giving. And then once you go past the tips, you should just start making content. A friend of mine, Volongo Mukuli, who plays Nico on ZUBA, he says that how he started is he actually used to emulate stuff that he used to see in movies and stuff. So
wow.
so he'll watch a
Okay.
movie scene and just like stop it and then just like practice it and then actually
Act it
act
out.
it out. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Exact-
smart.
I know.
That's smart because
yeah.
everything's like right there. You just have to like
Exactly.
see if you can get into that character.
Yep.
Let's say you had the character and see if you can execute it.
Yeah.
So I think that's a good way of like putting yourself out there.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
That's a good
So
one.
it's a great way to start and it's really practical also. And if you're being very honest and critical, you'll be able to say, okay, now you know what, I pulled it off, compared to the person who originally did it. Or you're
Yes.
like, nah, I need work maybe in my posture, maybe in my delivery and, just stuff like that.
Yeah, small details, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Body language also has acting. I feel like acting it's a whole thing. You can't just act it out. You have to really get into character. You're no longer yourself.
Exactly.
When you're acting. You are a character.
Yep.
So you have to be that character and act like you've been that character from the day you were born.
Exactly.
So it's a whole thing you have to get into. Maybe this character doesn't like to sit upright and they like to slouch. So you have to keep in mind that every time you're acting that character, you slouch because you've been doing it since you were a kid type thing, right?
Of course.
Tip number 2.
Tip number 2, I'll say share your content. You know, like I said, there are people who have been picked just because of their ability to do the job. But at the same time, it's very, very possible for you to only arouse the curiosity of certain people once you put your work out there. Now, don't worry about how many followers you have. Even if it's only 2 people who are watching, you never know who those 2 people might actually recommend you to. So once you do make that content, and I mean, like, there's so many things that you can use nowadays. People are making TikToks and reels, and and it's basically acting there.
It is.
Yeah, we all say this on set with the guys. We're like, look, there's nothing really, really special about what we're doing. Talent is as common as table salt. Like, sometimes I see something on TikTok and I'm just like, wow, this is brilliant. We should be working with this person. Yeah. So you never know who is watching. Just go out there, put that content out. And an extra thing, like, please just invest in your brands, guys. If you can manage to sponsor the post, you definitely get more people watching. So you won't just depend on the people who already know you and they're just like, yo, that's just John from house number 3.
He lives down the block.
Exactly.
Next to that tree. See what I did there?
Bars. We should make Back Again with another video, full song, guys.
I've been thinking about it, but damn, one day.
One day. Yeah.
By sharing content, you have to be active literally on all social media platforms. But do we have to consider things like tags? Do we have to like find people we can tag that can at least share it or something? Like all those things come to to play, because if you just share it, yes, people are going to see it, but things like tags and stuff come into play. So do you think tags and stuff like that are like important too?
Yeah, definitely. You also just need to know that you're not spamming people, because there's certain people who they do get tags all the time. So if you're a well-known producer or whatever, you know that people are definitely going to be tagging you with their work, because they see you as the meal ticket. They see you as the person who might get them, to the place that they want to be.
Yes.
So you also need to know that, yes, in as much as, the connections and the important people can actually get you to a certain point, there's nobody who would do it quite like fans that you acquire from your art form. There's no one who will push you in that way. And personally, and this is my personal experience, like I keep reiterating, for me, the fans are the ones who made me. Like, all the value that I have to my name, it's because of the people who have believed. And we started off really small with the music. We actually used to burn CDs and go to like all these gatherings. There was something called the Cypher, and would actually give those things out. So it's not like we just woke up one day and there was clout or whatever. We literally had to work for it. And I think that there's a certain laissez-faire attitude with how easy things have gotten. You'd think that it would make people work harder, but it's just like, okay, you know what?
It's easier nowadays. Yeah, people are getting thousands and thousands of followers in literally a span of like a week or 2. So that tip is basically push yourself out there. Try and find people that genuinely support you, and keep those people close by, because they are going to help you push whenever you drop something, push whenever you share. You never know who follows them and stuff like that.
You need to know what studios are putting out content. You need to, heck, if you see something you'd love to be in, be curious enough to know who's doing it. Even if it's a TV ad, know who does the TV ads. Know who's got talent agencies, and just know where you can submit. Like, let people know of you. Okay. And then once I don't care if you've gotten like a big job, which I auditioned, dude. Like, even the show I am on right now, they have turned me down once before. I had auditioned for a completely different role. And just don't be prideful. I heard this from Bonang one time, and she was like, hey, listen, I audition for every job that I get. And I'm like, bro, Bonang, bro?
Everybody has to audition, because they have to see how you will fit into that character, because the writer has to feel, see if you understand the role, if you can play the role, if you can be the role, So, I mean, if you check all your famous A-list, actors, they all audition, everybody, and they all get denied like bunch of times, but yet you still see them being a lead actor in the best movie out that year. So audition. So
Yep.
do we have to do like a bit of like stalking? Because I think I've done that. Like I'll
Fam.
see an ad,
Mhm.
I'll click to, media house, okay, this media house, then see who they're following. I'm like, okay, this person probably like
Yeah,
owns
of
this, and
course.
I just so basically that's what we have to do, right?
Yes, if
And
you
make
have
them our
social
friends.
media, you're basically like it's just it's nothing
Yes,
to be
stalker,
ashamed
yeah.
of. How many times have you found yourself on a profile of someone that you don't even like? Yeah, so just do your research, man. Like, and if you take enough time, you'll see that even if you can't get to the big shot has people who are around him and all of that. So I'm still trying to get to Drake, and I'm following every person he's ever tagged.
So
Trying to get
that's
that
a good
verse,
tip.
guys.
Listen, if that happens, I'll just be like, I met Dope G, guys.
There's
I know
video
him.
evidence.
It's here.
Heck, if you meet him, please just remember there's a guy who is trying to get him on a song, all right?
We'll make that. He's flying to Zambia in his Drake airplane.
Fam.
So for tip number 4.
Yeah, tip number 4 you sort of already touched on at the beginning. I don't know how you're able to read my mind, but know the character. Know your script, of course, but understand the character. And by any means necessary, separate the character from the person that you are. It's been quite pitiful to see that some people have failed to come out of the characters of other roles that they have played in the past before. And you don't want to be that person, because if you're going to make this, if you're going to be a professional, you obviously want to work more than just one job.
Yes.
So you don't want one job to just be attached to you, like where people it used to be a thing in music. I'm sorry I keep making music references. That's the one thing that I really understand.
Art, regardless, it's art, guys.
So people would actually call you they'll almost make like your hit song your last name. So yeah, it's almost like that's how come we call Danny Kaya. So
a lot of people.
Exactly.
And I see that happen too. And I mean, I do watch Zambezi Magic and just seeing, because I'm also trying as well. That's why we're doing this video. So I'm also learning these tips, guys. So you're not alone. But I've noticed certain actors, they have one show and they have another show, and you can sort of see the similarities. And that's one thing I picked on, and I'm like, it shouldn't be like that, because I've also had another person, Mix Kasamwa. A lot of people, because I've met him, I know him personally, and the character he plays in this Lusaka starter pack, these are completely two different people. And people don't realize that when you're acting, this is a whole different person. This person does not relate to this person. Unless there's, like when DJ Khaled appeared in Fast and Furious or whatever, like he's acting as DJ Khaled in a way. Maybe that sense you can get to like keep your personality in it. But other than that, you have to get into character.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So,
shout out to Mix, by the way.
Shout out to
Doing
Mix.
Big things. Satixi.
Buddha. I'm the hardest on in LSK.
Yeah,
he's doing it big. I'm so proud.
Yeah, I'm super proud of all the content that's coming out of Zambia right now, man. Like, I'm actually, I feel helpless sometimes. I wish that I could do more, with you guys. So just expect my call. You never know. You might just, make an appearance, play myself.
Yeah.
The
last tip.
Yes, tip number 5. Just respect the job in the same way that you would respect anything else. It might not be as easy as everything else. Well, not to say that everything else is easy. Everything has its difficulties. But then it's not as straightforward as being an accountant, for example. You just study and then you get the job. And, if you're okay with the level you're at, you don't even have to study some more. Maybe you might get promotions with just that. With the arts, unfortunately, like you have to stay proving yourself. And this is in almost every art form that there is. If you paint, if you dance, if you rap, if you sing, you constantly need to keep bringing that fresh energy, and it makes it a bit harder because you have to constantly stay proving yourself to people. So if you don't treat it with the respect that you're supposed to treat it with, you might, I don't know, maybe even lose interest
True.
And what's the point of staying in it if you're not even interested in it anymore?
Yeah.
So it's a real job, guys. Sometimes it takes longer for some people to actually get to the place where you would actually be super satisfied and be like, okay, now you know what, this is really
Yes.
where I wanted to be at. But just treat it with respect, and then like once you do that, it will also treat you with respect. You know, if you treat it like it's a side gig, you will also be treated like someone who only treats this thing as a side gig. Yeah, so just, you know, observe professionalism, you know, be on time for stuff, communicate really well, just do everything that you would do in any other job. You know, I started off with aspirations of being an accountant.
Wow.
Yeah, and I dropped out, but I had gotten some experience from there, and I said, look, if I'm making this conscious decision to drop out for something else, the energy and the amount of time and respect that I was willing to give to the accounting side of things, I should definitely take it to the arts. And this is the theory I have lived by from the jump. You know, and of course, like, you know, you do get lost in the sauce sometimes.
You
know,
do,
it's
like
life.
it, you know, things happen, things change, but
Yeah.
it definitely has to be treated like a 9 to 5. Like, be it anything you want to do.
Yeah.
If you look at Sticker, for example, if you don't know Sticker
Shout out
music,
Sticker.
Sticker is basically treating his job like a 9 to 5 because every single week he is creating music videos, posting them. He's literally made it, he's making it like a 9 to 5, but with music. So that passion inspires me, honestly speaking. And if you guys didn't check, Dope G actually featured on one of his tracks. So make sure you check it out as well. And go leave a comment that you came from this video. It would be really, really dope to have that. Anything else you'd like to say? Bonus? Okay, just somebody who's trying right now. Somebody trying. They've never done it before. And they're trying to just get started. What can they do?
I think that
As a starter, yeah.
there's so many things that I would touch on, but okay, let's just say that you've gotten this far in this video, so you have taken all those tips. I think that just judge yourself with the same honesty and intensity that you would with someone else. Because we are so much harder on other people, and we watch their stuff or when we listen to their
Yes.
stuff, and we're like, nah, you know what? They could have done this and that better. They could have done this and that better.
Yes.
If you're just really, really honest with yourself, I think it will really show where you need to put the work in. It will also show where you're not putting the work in. Maybe you're extremely talented and you're doing very good stuff, but then you're not putting yourself out there as much as you should. You know,
Okay.
maybe you do have the push to put yourself out there, but then like your content just lacks a little something. Ooh, and collaborate.
And collaborate.
Yes, if you see someone who has that thing, don't be prideful. I've noticed this.
Yes.
It's terrible with so many young people right now, but you won't go as far alone, dude. Like, just try as hard as you possibly can to collaborate with other people who are doing the same thing that you're doing.
Yes.
Like, become a force amongst yourselves before you even like start aiming for a higher yeah.
positions and opportunities.
Yes.
So I've learned a lot from this video as well, guys, and I hope you guys did too, and I will be practicing some of them too. But I would like to thank you again for spending time and sharing this with us, because a lot of people are struggling and we don't really know who to look up to, because some people, you know, you try and DM like, hey, can I have some advice? And you know, people's schedules are busy, we understand, but they don't really give us the information that we need. So we really, really, really appreciate you. I'm speaking on behalf of Ivy Gang. And thank you so much for coming on this channel.
I mean, I'm Ivy Gang too, I'm just saying.
Guys, he already subscribed before coming here. Like, been subscribed, so yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, thank you so much for having me. I thrive off of just like, you know, being around fresher energy and just like that hunger.
Yes.
And also, I think that we also need to get to a point where we're able to discuss the reality of what things are like in the arts in Zambia. Like, I have a whole documentary planned out where I just want to show some of the things that I have had to live with and sacrifice, you know. And people think that because they only see
what they see.
Yeah, what they see, and they think that's it. But I think we just need to be very much in touch with the reality of things, and just don't underestimate your reality. The gold is right there in what you're going through right now. Use that to create. Yeah.
Wow, thank you so much. So everybody, if you haven't yet subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. I'm sure after watching this video, I know you want to subscribe and you're just hesitating. Just click it and give this video a big thumbs up. Comment any questions. Maybe Dopji can find your comment in the video and reply to it, or I can find it. And yes, let's all grow, let's all keep pushing. We can do this. Zambia is literally going to be the next best country in Africa. So let's keep pushing, guys. We have to do it together. We can't do it alone. So yeah, thank you guys, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.
That is too much. You got a beautiful heart. When you gon' let me in it, cause it's looking like it's gon' take a minute. Yeah.
Before you call it off, baby.
Don't mind me, I'm just saying.